So Chris Proudfoot now is not going to take the lie detector test that he stated he would on Nancy Grace's interview, because he says the TBI has told him not to. Well, let's break down a few clips of the interview they had in the kitchen.
All law enforcement, with everybody that's involved, there's nothing that's been eliminated. Everything is on the table. Everything is being looked at from every possible aspect.
Then why don't you take a lie detector test? I mean, if we're going to look at every possible avenue, take a lie detector test. Now let's watch this other clip.
I drove around the neighborhood. I drove all
You
around
know
the
it.
school.
Scared she gonna say something
He
wrong.
already, at this point, I was hysterical, and I was crying, I was screaming, and
Signal.
he was three-wayed. He three-wayed law enforcement.
See where he just coughed? That was alerting her. Hey, pull it back, reel it in. Because did you see how confused she got? How she had to stop in midstream? And if you watch more of that, you'll see how she's sitting there gnawing on, the inside of her jaw. Has the police separated this two? The only time I can remember that I've heard anything about them being separated was when Seth had requested to see the video from the steakhouse that night. That is the only time I've seen that they have been separated. I know authorities and TBI, you have your way of doing things, and I know you can't do anything until you have probable cause, till you have some sort of suspicious evidence of some kind. But how the hell does a child that's autistic, with a mother in the other room that was on the phone with hubby for 3 freaking hours, just miraculously not hear Sebastian leave the home? No broken doors. No breaking windows. The freaking doggies are in the house. They would bark. Nina, the ex-wife, even stated even when she would call, the dogs would freaking bark. And she works for security, for a Brink security home system. Has anyone checked to see if they did have a system in that area and she's smart enough and fast enough to take that shit down? I don't know much about Brink's security system. But is it possible to do that? I mean, she did work with them. She did have the company vehicle in the car. She told Nancy Grace that she couldn't divulge where she worked or the company car because she hadn't got their permission. What? Do you think these two went on YouTube thinking, oh, this story's not going to catch much fire, so we'll go ahead and get ahead of the story? See, Seth, the father, he's completely ripped inside and out because he doesn't know where his son is. He even stated that he blames himself because he didn't know. Seth, don't blame yourself. I would bet CP put the fear of God in that child if he stated anything and said anything. So, Chris, why don't you take a polygraph? You chicken shit. Your story stinks to high heaven, and I'm not the only one that thinks it. Aren't you crazy, Al?